All right, good morning. Don't got my normal setup this morning. I misplaced my keys to my other car, so I gotta take my hoopty. But I went to had a service yesterday, a wake I had to go to yesterday, and to that car, so I know I have it around the house somewhere. Maybe I left in my suit check. I don't know. But anyway, it was a nice wake yesterday. He's a pastor. He's an older gentleman. He's in his 80s, or I think he's 80. Pastor, Vietnam vet, ministry all over the world. Started a Bible college. Really, really good dude. So it was nice. I wasn't able to stay for the whole service, just the initial wake part of it. But it was nice. A really good man. Boys are off to school, and now I'm heading to the gym. And today is Friday as this is being recorded, and so it's the last scheduled day for week 2 with my coach. That put me halfway through for the first mesocycle with him. Today I got some shoulder work. I got some military press. I have some standing upright rows. I also have what do I got? Some front plate raises. So I'm doing a lot of shoulder work, and then I'm doing a neutral grip dumbbell press, like kind of like a bench press, but elbows are really tight, so I'll get a lot of work on the triceps. So shoulders and triceps are on the docket for today. Oh, some curls too, I'll probably add a little forearm work in there to get that, and so this one should go fairly quickly through it. It's not, these exercises aren't nearly as fatiguing as they're locally fatiguing in the muscle areas, but when it comes to like your whole body fatiguing, it's not so much. Like when you do legs, like if you're doing, like yesterday I had to do regular deadlifts and front squats. Those are tiring, and especially the front squats. Maybe one is because it's not an exercise I've done a lot of in really since, it's over 20 years I probably did since I did front squats. But I was pushing the weight and definitely fatiguing. But that's why I'm signed up for this. You might notice I sound a little different. I don't want to say stuffy. I don't feel sick. I just got a little scratch in my throat, but that be's it. That's what happens this time of the year. And okay, so work-wise, work's going good. We are probably at the spot now where our operations, the 80-20 rule is, hey, we feel really solid what we have going on, and then we'll do some minor optimizing as we go. And here where people go wrong with things is, the 80-20, they don't do that. They try to get everything perfect, and you can't do it. You'll never get everything perfect, for one, and usually those small things that you look to improve are so small, they don't really move the needle much, so that the time and effort put into optimizing that small thing doesn't really net you really any results. That doesn't mean that you don't do it over time. Sure, as resources and time allows, make those improvements for sure, and we will do that. But we're at a spot now, okay, now we can put some heavy attention into some stuff to bring for our loan officers to grow and to get more loan officers, and that way we can put more weight on the system to see how it responds, and also then we can hire more and get more people in their positions. So things are going great and is exciting. Gonna have some big growth, looking at some additional verticals where we can further monetize things that we have going on and opportunities, which is great. And one of the cool things is when you put the work in, is new opportunities become available. Things that you don't even necessarily think about, whether it comes to you or ideas. Now, the danger is that you do too many things, or you pull your attention away for a new opportunity that doesn't really have much legs to it, or it's not really worth your time. You get the shiny ball syndrome, where you're chasing things all the time. A lot of people do that, is they'll stop doing what's working and go do something else, is because whether it's they want the thrill of something new, whatever it is, or they're getting bored with what they're doing. So you have to be careful when you have new opportunities, because you shouldn't take all of them. I might venture to say you shouldn't take most of them. So you got to be very careful on what you do. Very few people can manage multiple things at a time, and really the only time you can is when you have a solid team around you. Like Elon Musk, he's got SpaceX, Tesla, they're doing the solar, the boring company, tunneling, and all these different things that he has going on. Oh, now X or Twitter, I forgot about that one, is, yeah, he works a ton of hours, and he's smarter than most and can obviously multitask, but he has great people around him, and for Tesla and, SpaceX, is they're getting the best talent out there. People want to work for him. And so it's having the right people in place, so then you can build and scale and attack other projects. And that's kind of what we do, and nowhere near at that level, is we build things up, and then we want to put people in place, good people in place that can run the show, or run that department, I should say. And if they need help, obviously reach out to us, but they can handle most of the things. They can handle, let's say, 80% of it, and then there's the 20% where we might need to get involved in. You notice that 80-20, I mentioned that again, that Pareto principle, it applies to so many things in life, where, excuse me, 80% of your business comes from 20% of your clients, right? Or 80% of your sales come from 20% of your sales force. Or 80% of this comes from 20% of that. And so that 80-20 rule is applied in so many things. So we want our systems, we want them operating and having 80% of all the major things covered, and the 20% are smaller things, and that are not perfectly humming along. Hey, you got the 80-20, you can launch, you can grow, and then you can improve as you go. And it's one of these things that you just continue to work at it and learning what that 80-20 is. But it first starts with being very conscientious of it. This was years ago. I had a business partner, not a business partner anymore. He would not focus on 80-20. He would want everything so perfect, try to be dialed in, take forever to launch something. And by the time it was ready to launch, the market kind of passed some of it by already. And then when it was launched, you find all these issues that needed to be fixed, so you have to go back and fix these things. Now, was there something you built it? No, it's just that when you build something, you're going to have problems, there are going to be issues, so you want to launch as quickly as you can, that way you can find out where the stress points are. You might think one area is stronger than it actually is, and you put some stress on it, and then it needs to be strengthened. And you do that by real-world application, real-world things in place. You don't just get it by trying to think everything through. Yes, you got to think things, but you are not going to be able to figure everything out until you actually put real-world stress onto the system. All right, I am at the gym. You have yourself a great day. See ya.